Welcome to part 2 on how to live stream on the mobile. In this tutorial I'm going to show you how to use Adobe's Flash Media Live Encoder, otherwise known as the FMLE. It's what's known as an external encoder which you can use together with Nemoogle's live streaming application to improve your video and audio feeds, especially if your internet connection is slow. FMLE is a free download from Adobe, so yeah. I've added it to the description below this video. Once you've downloaded it, here's what to do. First thing we're going to do is we click here on internal external. I already did that. And we're going to get this message waiting for external feed. And here under external encoder info, we'll click that and get this info here. So yeah, let's get the Adobe Flash Media Encoder started. We'll open it. Copy and paste the connection string for the encoder here under, let me disconnect that real quick, FMS UL. And the stream name goes into stream here. So yeah, we're going to use the Adobe Flash Media Live Encoder because it gives you a better audio quality. You can set a higher bit rate for the audio and for the video. And you have much more control over the quality of your broadcast. And if you have a really bad internet connection, you can make it work. So let's say you have your audio is breaking up or your video or both. And yeah, in that case, try the external encoder. And in most cases, it's gonna work if you find the right settings. And I'm gonna show you what you can do there. Okay. After you copy and paste that in, you hit connect. And we're gonna start with the devices. We'll have the device here, Logitech QuickTime Pro 9000, click that. Here we have our camera settings. Of course we can choose another camera. If we have another one, we can choose another one. Or programs like ManyCam where we can have multiple cameras at once and can switch between them. So those are my camera settings. If you use a different camera than I do, you'll probably have a completely different interface here. Let me close that now. Okay, then the format. I prefer to use VP6. It works very, very good for me on the mobile. And in the settings here, I set the keyframe frequency to 5 seconds, quality good to good quality, good frame rate, noise reduction to none, data rate window to medium, and the CPU usage to dedicated, which assures that the priority of your CPU, PC's power basically goes to the live stream to make sure it works properly. Okay, frame rate, I would recommend to set it to 15 frames per second. If you experience problems, go even lower than that, but I wouldn't go lower than 10. If you have a really strong computer and really fast internet connection, you can go higher. You can go to like 24, 25, 30 frames even, but not higher. I would not go higher than 30. Okay, input size. If you have a slow internet connection like I do, I would recommend you to use, I use 640 by 360. I recommend you to do a speed test. One of them is speedtest.net. Let's click on Begin Test. It will give us the exact upload speed that we have, as well as the download speed, but we only need the upload speed. And this number isn't always the same. So if you run another test, you'll probably get a different value, slightly different value there. So, which isn't a problem, but what I would recommend you is to do more than one speed test at different times of the day and see what the average is. Okay, so here we have 76, and we'll use this upload speed value to make sure we get the perfect streaming result. Here you see your total video and audio bitrate. Here mine is 478. My upload rate never goes under 500, so this is perfectly fine for me. That works for me. So yeah, the bitrate is at 350 kilobits. That's a value, as well as the resolution. Those two values are two major values where you can save bandwidth. Make sure the input size and the output size are exactly the same. If you have a really weak connection, I recommend to go down to 320, somewhere there. Yeah, this one probably. Let's set it as well here in output size, and go down in the maybe even lower to go like to 100 kilobits per second, because since you're streaming music, the audio should have more priority in terms of quality than the video, because I mean, if the video's quality is good and the audio is breaking up, it doesn't really help. I mean, we all know that. So okay, we don't need that cropping here, that we can leave that out. We don't activate that. Then we have the audio settings here. I've chosen my microphone. If you have a different input source that you want to use, like a audio interface, you can choose that here. Of course, you have there some settings there as well, depending on your system and your input device. So let's check the format. There's an LA Moser and the MP3. We always want to use the MP3. Channels set to stereo, that's perfect. If you have bandwidth issues, you could go to mono. That's one option where, that's one way to, yeah. So yeah, keep that in mind. If you did all that with the bitrate in the video and the input size down and a low frame rate, here you can still save a little bit, setting that to mono. And also, here the perfect sound settings are 128 kilobits per second for the bitrate, sample rate 44,100. If you did all of that here and still have problems, you can go down here to 22,050. I would not go lower than that, and set the bitrate to 80 kilobits per second. Input here is your input volume. I'm always kind of in the middle here, 50%. It's fine for me. One thing left here is the audio adjust. You want to activate that. Click on that box. Adjust the maximum buffer size to 2 seconds. That will assure you that the video is not gonna get that there won't be any buffer issues when you're streaming. That's good. It will take people when they join your broadcast. It will take 2 seconds for the video to load, but it will make sure it runs smooth, and set it to 2 seconds. So okay. Degrade quality settings. I always set that to the minimum video bitrate to the same bitrate than the maximum bitrate, so that you kind of have a constant bitrate here. That worked for me. Other people might have a different opinion there, but yeah, I'm a big fan of constant bit rates because I'm doing a lot of Blu-ray and DVD production, and encoding there. That's fine. We'll hit OK. To connect FMLE with Namubu now, make sure your connect button is clicked. It now says disconnect. I'm going to click on the green start button. Once the start button has been clicked, you'll be able to see the stream from FMLE show up in your Namubu profile. You'll notice about a 3-second delay, which is normal since the stream is being sent by FMLE to the live streaming server, which is far away, and then back to your computer. If you find that the video is not smooth, you can always go back to FMLE, press the red stop button, So that. Adjust your settings. Usually it's either the frame rate, input and output video size, and then click the green start button again. While you do this, the stream will be frozen for the viewers, but will start back up again when you click on the green start button.